Hey everybody, Jeremy here from Shade Tree Vintage Auto and DD Auto and Salvage in Logan, Utah. And if you followed along for a while, just over a year ago I showed you this car, which is a Bahama Yellow with factory red pinstripe 69 4-speed Roadrunner. Well, today I am finally rescuing it. Just a real quick walk around as it sits. So you can see it's pretty beat up, but it is a real Bahama Yellow 69 Roadrunner, 383 4-speed. But what really makes it cool to me is the factory red pinstripe, which went right here in this area on that Bahama Yellow. So cool, and I cannot wait to build this car. It's going to be a long-term project, so you probably won't see a lot of it for a while, but I'm going to just gather up parts. But mainly, I'm just pulling it out of the desert to get it somewhere where we can store it. Well, let's see. Maybe we'll get it out of the desert. It's like getting ready to rain and whatnot, and lightning, and there was just thunder, so we'll see. Anyway, let's get it picked up and loaded and go from there. Lots of cool potential. Well, for the first time in 20 or so years, it has 4 aired up tires on it, and it makes it look a little better, but I mean, not much. It's this poor car. So it was used as a parts car. Prior to that, it was actually driven, not to this exact location, but it was driven here. The numbers matching 383 and 4-speed is around, and I should put it back together, but I really just kind of want to build it how I want it, which was the intentions when I first got it, before I found out that the numbers matching engine and trans were available. The engine is in another Roadrunner, so that's kind of a bummer for this, but really I want to put a 440 and a 4-speed and a Dana. I mean, it is a real 383 4-speed car, but you know, do what you want. It's my car, so I kind of want to build it how I want it. And numbers matching really doesn't mean too terribly much to me. Even though I really love like the codes and all of that stuff, that's some of my favorite things, I still say build them how you want. And it is a real Bahama Yellow, like I showed you, 99 code, which later came to L5 and then EL5, 69 and 71 only color, with that red pinstripe. And there is a little bit that you can still see of the red pinstripe up in there. I think that's the factory one, but regardless of whether it is or not, the paint code or the fender tag shows that it is a red stripe car. Yeah, you can see right up there. So pretty cool, lots of potential. But now to get it on the trailer with no winch, that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to try to pull it up with a chain with the vehicle coming up the side with no steering wheel, and this wheel's locked up, and it's going to be an adventure. It always is. Well, it is loaded, strapped down, and ready to go back to Utah. Oh man, I know it's rough. It's actually really solid underneath though. Unfortunately, it was used as a parts car. Little backstory though. So it was 1983 when Dean purchased this car and started using it as a parts car. So in 1983, this was nothing special. It was just another car, and it was a parts car for a convertible and then another 69 Roadrunner as well. So as crappy as it is that it was used as a parts car, there was a reason, and at the time it was nothing special. Now, you know, fast forward 2023, it's a very desirable color, and it's a real Roadrunner, and it's just hard to find a real 69 4-speed Roadrunner in any condition. It's going to take a lot to bring this car back. I mean, the frame rail's cut right here, the inner wheel house. So I'm either going to have to find another parts car or just get a whole bunch of stuff from AMD, have this whole quarter obviously replaced. I've already got a deck lid. I need to do this rear panel and everything, and we accidentally bent it a little bit more, but I mean, it already needed to be replaced. But again, it's a real 69 Roadrunner in a really cool color. So there's definitely a lot of really cool potential for this build. Anyway, like I said, gonna get back on the road here shortly and head home, and eventually do a whole bunch. I'll get some pictures or video as soon as we start unloading this, and then get it put away, and that will be the end of this video. And like I said, it will be a while before you see it again, but it's been saved. Just something I wanted to show you and say really quick. So like I stated, this car, they started parting it out, or Dean started parting out 40 years ago, 1983. So exactly 40 years ago this year, this car's last drive was through this very canyon. This is Soldier Summit, heading from Salt Lake City, well, Provo, heading west. And so kind of crazy, like I said, 40 years ago, this car's last drive was right here through this canyon. And now it's on its way to be saved. Love this car. Well, we made it back, and it was really late on Saturday. Today I've got it here at the yard, and I'm going to get it unloaded temporarily here, and then got to get the storage area cleaned, and then we'll put it away. Well, here's where it's going to sit for a minute. So I've had this car for just over a year. I've got it from my friend Dean, and so I've actually gathered up quite a few parts for it. I do have basically everything to put an air grabber. I think I'm going to do a 440, so I will have to find the correct air filter. I've got fenders for it. That's one of them. I have the other one. I actually have a set of really nice 15x7 ETX mags or NOS Krager SSTs. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use. I've got seats for it. I do have a bunch of stuff. But the first thing when I get the money together is I'm going to have the rear end all rebuilt back here. I've got to get some AMD stuff, obviously, and find somebody to do the metal work. I'm comfortable doing everything other than the metal work. The electrical I'll have help with, but I can do that. It's just the metal work I'm scared of. So talk to somebody, get that all figured out. And then this car, like I said, this is gonna be the first one I wanna build right, paint it, have the body work all done. Not perfect, it'll still just be driver quality, because that's what I'm gonna do with it. I'm not really into show cars. I like cars that I can hop in, go park in like the Walmart parking lot and not worry too terribly much about them. And that's what this is gonna be. It's just gonna be a fun driver hot rod toy that I can drive whenever I want. But anyway, so this is where I'm gonna end this video, but watch for more in the future. It's gonna be a while. It's like I said, it's just gonna go into long-term storage at first until I can come up with the finances to do all the back. And then right now I really think I wanna do what my original plan was, which is 440, 4-speed Dana hot rod. Basically a complete day 2 build. Everything will be retro 70s stuff, other than I will upgrade to disc brakes on the front, and it will have modern tires. But pretty much everything else, I kind of want day 2 retro 1970s era. Should be a really cool car. I'm not even going to give a commitment of when I want to have it done, because like I said, it's going to be a while. I've got the Super Coupe, I've got the Dart, I've got the Challenger, I've got all sorts of other stuff. I've got Allen's Dart. There's a lot of things that are ahead of this, but that just gives me time to gather up the parts that I want for it as well. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You know, we rescued another one, and that's what I'm all about, is rescuing cars. Sometimes, you know, even if we just rescue them so they can be parted out, that's still better than them rotting into the ground and doing nothing, and it helps other people. This one's definitely not going to be a parts car anymore. It's going to be saved, and I can't wait. Have a great day. Thanks again for watching.